What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining me for this month's episode of Soul Food Sundays. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Keita. Welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. At first, I had no clue what we was gonna be talking about, but I think I'm on to something. You know how sometimes I have downloads, or I've taken notes, or something. I had a dream like Dr. King or some shit like that, but that's not necessarily the case this time. However, I had plans. So I did the Divine Masculine reading, and I had plans to go set up at a event, but it was gonna be like a last minute pop-up shop at Lemoyne College, and I just found out about it last night. So I'm like, just, all right, I'm gonna grab a few things and go up there. And it just ended up not being working out in my favor, because for one, it's cool outside. It's like 50 some odd degrees, and that's not the type of weather where I want to be on nobody's rooftop. And the event only lasts like an hour and a half, so it's like, is it really worth my time to go up there? And I would rather in this instance be here with y'all doing some videos and bringing forth some messages for the collective, because I have not been with everything that I've had going on, my birthday and graduation and all of that. So just trying to get back in stride. And when I thought about the significance of having to change plans, my ears start ringing. So maybe there's a message in that for us as a collective in this here Soul Food Sundays message. But whatever the case, we're gonna see. And so I've got some tarot. We're gonna be pulling from the Light Seers Tarot. Got the Sacred Destiny, which I also used in the Divine Masculine reading, and I'm being led to use them for Soul Food Sundays. And then the Moonology Oracle cards were screaming at me to grab them off the shelf. So we're gonna see what's popping for the collective, and we're gonna start with the tarot. Clear. So Spirit, thank you for your love and light. We come to you in this moment with humbled hearts, asking that you speak to me and through me to bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective for Soul Food Sundays. What message would you have me to bring forth to your people at this time? Just something. Okay. So, as did in the masculine reading, first card out, the moon, represented by the number 18. Y'all, it's some big shit going on, because you got the moon, which is this energy of shadow work, illusion, illuminating what lies within the dark, tapping more into your duality, your light and your dark. Here you have these two animals here. One is a wolf and the other is a dog, representing like our wild nature, and then that domesticated nature, so to speak. And then you got this woman here. She's in this water, kind of like a mermaid, and you got the moon over the water, because the moon governs the tides and the rhythms of the water, right? And that is fell out on top of the Fool, taking a leap of faith, setting out on a new journey, starting at ground zero, trusting that where you're being led is where you're meant to be, even though you don't know all the details. You just know that you're being led to do something new, and it's a part of the intricate plan of the divine. And you got the flower of light print here below this cliff, where this woman has a wand and an amethyst crystal in her hand, and she's about to jump. Amethyst being representing trusting your intuition. This wand representing like the passion that she feels, so and very much in sync with the energy of the Ace of Wands. And she's just gonna jump. She got a little this looks like yellow to me with this dress on, which speaks to me about having a sense of confidence in where she's being led. So like overcoming a fear to do whatever it is she's being led to do. Having the fear and doing it anyway. Because this is not a vibrant yellow dress, but a yellow dress nonetheless. It's more like a pale yellow, right? So that solar plexus is possibly needing a little work, but healthy enough to make a move. So with the moon and the fool, that is telling me that it's almost like there's some secrecy, because whatever has gone on in the dark is about to come to the light as a result of some leap of faith. And whatever this leap of faith is with the Fool energy, we're being called to take our time with it, with the Knight of Pentacles. Take your time, be methodical, be practical with the Knight of Pentacles. That's a very practical energy. Take things day by day. Be committed and devoted to what it is that you're being led to do, whatever this leap of faith is. And take the scenic route. Don't try to rush through it. Commit day by day. When you make a commitment, whether you're in a connection or you make a commitment to a project, a goal, you commit to what seeing that thing through comes with. And so that is very much the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. No longer procrastinating, but taking your time, committing your time and resources to what it is that you desire. So this is dedication. Because there are some choices to be made with the Seven of Cups, and you got the Seven of Cups on top of the Six of Cups. 7 and 6 give you 13, which gives you a 4, so that's the 4 of Cups. So this is literally somebody making a decision based on not being satisfied with where you are. 4 of Cups being very much an energy of emotional apathy. Looking around at what you have and what the divine is trying to give you, and contemplating how to go about something, because where you are with it is just not getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Cups being the thing that gives us this 4 of Cups energy, there was some illusion, some options, some choices that are needed to be deciphered to. You need to kind of take an appraisal of what's real and what's fake in your life. This energy came up in the Divine Masculine reading. Again, when you take a leap of faith, you don't know all the answers at that time. That's where the faith comes in. What it say? Faith is the substance of things hoped for but unseen, or something like that. Let me look that up so I can make sure I'm saying it right. It's one of the oldest religious spiritual sayings in the book. Oh, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you don't see all that lies ahead, right? You got to take your time and move toward it, and just be open to what comes along on the journey. But you can be better prepared when you're being patient and taking your time, right, than when you rushing into some shit. So you got that Knight of Pentacles leading into the 7 of Cups, where you got this gentleman who's making these decisions, because underneath these cups here are different things. You know what I'm saying? So he's needing to make an important decision based off of intuition, context clues, what's peeking out, what's been the case up to this point, what has been my experience with this person and that person, how did this turn out for me the last time I did it this way. You know, just making those important important decisions based on the options that are present themselves to you, and being able to decipher between what's an illusion, what's glitter, and what's gold. Okay, because a lot of times on this journey and in this 3D reality and in this matrix, just saw 1010, the world tries to present to us and people try to present to us options that are smoke and fucking mirrors. You know what I'm saying? When what you want is something authentic, something that fulfills you, something that gives you joy, something that is long lasting, something you can have longevity with. And that brings me to this Six of Cups. Six of Cups being very much a energy of like reuniting, having a reuniting, and not only reuniting but reuniting with a soulmate or a past life love. It speaks of nostalgia, so missing something or someone, or just dwelling on thinking about the past in a very nostalgic way. So as you are in this Seven of Cups energy and you exploring what options are being presented to you, many of us may very well find ourselves reminiscing on better days. What brought us joy, what brought us this cozy, comfortable feeling, whether it was something in the far past or in the recent past that we want to get back to. We want that old thing back in some kind of way. And underneath the Six of Cups, you got the King of Cups. Because you're going to need to step into your King of Cups energy in order to get to the Four of Wands. The King of Cups being emotionally mature, emotionally expressive. You got this king here. He's sitting here in lotus pose. He's meditating. He's gone within. His heart chakra is open. He has light emanating from his heart. He's got a fish around his neck, which is very symbolic of Christ consciousness. And we may be talking about someone who has a bunch of Pisces in their chart or has gone through something drastic during Pisces season, which we just stepped out of right before going into Aries season. Aries season started on March 19th or 20th of this year. Whatever went down for you emotionally in February, early to mid-March may be very significant for a masculine energy. But whatever the case, you got this King of Cups energy here, and he's sitting there with like a Tibetan, looks like a singing bowl. He got one hand in that bowl and one hand in the water, and then there's a ship behind him. And it looks like that ship has been set out to sail. His crown is made of water. This is a masculine who has learned to tap into his emotions more. So you literally got this Six of Cups, nostalgia energy, that reuniting, that wanting to come back together and create home and community. Something worth celebrating, to have some fun, to feel safe and secure and stable with the Four of Wands. This is like a happy home or a supportive community of some sort. So we're going to see what's at the top of the deck. The Two of Pentacles. Going from trying to juggle a lot in your 3D reality. Needing to be more flexible and adapt. Being more compromising. To the Ten of Wands. This is ending a burdensome cycle. It's downhill from here. This woman has her belongings. She has traveled from whatever's on the other side of this peak. She's traveled and has gone downhill with it from there with her, what do you call it? Shit, is that a bull? Y'all know we're going into Taurus season. And that is a beautiful time to focus on this Four of Wands energy, this home energy, because that's very much Taurus energy, like family and comfort within your 3D reality. Home, working with your ancestors, being rooted, working on your root chakra. That's very much Taurus energy. But this is after having gone through a burdensome time. And for many of you, probably worn out from trying to balance so much in your 3D reality with this Two of Pentacles, having to be flexible and adapt in ways that you're not You probably had not been used to this 10 of Wands energy of that tough cycle coming to a close, ending for you, no longer having to carry all of the burden on your own. Now you see this woman coming, she's at the bottom of this hill, right, that she has traveled with all of her belongings and the help of this bull. But baby, imagine her trying to get up that hill and all over to the other side. That's the hard part, right? So what it says is, for many of you, the hard part is over, or it's almost over. And when you got the 4 of Wands and this King of Cups energy, because he's giving and helpful and loving and all of the things, this is very much speaking to not having to do it all by yourself anymore. So that is beautiful. I'm going to clarify this with the Moonology, and then I'm going to clarify with the Sacred Destiny. Baby, this may be the very thing somebody out there needed to hear. Especially if you've been going through it, you've been carrying a lot on your own, you've been having to be flexible, you've been doing your shadow work with this moon energy, you've been having to do a lot on your own and go in and reflect, you've been taking a leap of faith and just trying to take things one day at a time and see through the illusion so that you don't get caught up in no traps. And now it's time to have some fun. Now it's time to celebrate, and now it's time to be around people who you can safely and securely let your hair down with and do that with. So I love that for us as we have stepped into spring, to see that this is what is blossoming for us, this new beginning. It's saying that this leap of faith is going to be profitable for us. The Spirit, please clarify this message that's coming through for the collective at this time. Okay. Balance spirituality and practicality. Now, I said in the beginning that something about this message would have something to do with like a change of plans or going in a new direction, or exploring your options, so to speak, which is very much symbolic of this 7 of Cups. But in doing so, you want to make sure that you're looking at things from both a spiritual and a practical standpoint. So like with this moon energy, that's shadow work, that's very daydreamy energy, and exploring your dreams, dream interpretation, and just going deep, you know what I'm saying, tapping into your intuition. But this Knight of Pentacles, that's putting in some action, some work, grounding, being practical, taking a practical approach. So we want to make sure that we are balanced in the way of doing both, okay? If this is a love connection that is unfolding, you want to make sure that you connected with somebody in the 5D, in the higher realms. Y'all got a telepathic connection and all that, but how are you feeding the connection in your 3D reality? You know what I'm saying? Are you making sure to keep the lines of communication open? Are you investing in the communication? Are you having the conversation and communications that need to be had? Are you going on dates and pouring into the situation? Are you just relying on the spiritual component of the connection? Because that ain't gonna keep it alive. You know what I'm saying? You have to, as somebody once told me, you have to stoke the fire. You have to keep the fire alive in order to have this 4 of Wands. Baby, I can't get the card off the table for shit. Energy. Because Wands are all about fire. You know what I'm saying? And 4s are all about balance. So you definitely want to make sure to balance spirituality and practicality, and that is represented by the full moon in Pisces. So I'm either speaking to somebody that is a Pisces sun sign, got some Pisces somewhere up in your chart, or Pisces season was a doozy for you. One or the other. Because we got the King of Cups with this fish around his neck, which speaks of Pisces energy. And then we also have this full moon in Pisces energy that came out with balance, practicality, spirituality, and practicality. So Then balance is a huge theme here also, because you had that Two of Pentacles, having to maintain your balance. But that's maintaining balance in the physical. You need to maintain balance spiritually and practically. At the top of the deck, you have a personal issue reaches resolution. I told you with that Ten of Wands, and the lady being at the end of the at the bottom of the hill, so to speak, something is reaching a resolution. There's gonna be some reconciliation of some kind, and that's at the top of the deck. At the bottom, they have faith in your dreams. You've dreamed up a new reality for yourself in some way, and now you're needing to have faith that things are going to work out in your favor. So with all that you've been through, keep the faith. Know that as a result of this resolution with full moon in Cancer, there was some release. Because with full moon in Pisces and full moon in Cancer, and full moons being symbolic of releasing, and it's a lot of water in this message as well. So what that's telling me is, because you got the Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, and the King of Cups, which that actually gives you together the Five of Cups. So you needed to release some resentment or some guilt or some disappointment, because the Five of Cups represents crying over spilled milk and needing to focus on the two cups that are still standing, opposed to the three cups that are spilled. And that's either this King of Cups that had to do that, or this is the counterpart to the King of Cups needing to do that, to forgive, and so that this issue can reach a resolution, and so that there can be more balance restored in this connection. And have faith that things are going to be okay regardless of what has occurred in the past. No longer crying over spilled milk. With the Ten of Wands, the worst is over in this chapter. So Spirit, please clarify this message for the collective at this time. With the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Change. I told you there was some element of change, because my ears started ringing when I started thinking about like a change of plans or a redirection of some sort, like I had with my plans today. Change. You literally have a unicorn floating in the air as a hot air balloon, because as a result of the journey that you've been on, you're now able to see things from a higher perspective. Now, the thing about being able to see things from a higher perspective is that we can be so elevated and ascended and have grown so much that we lose sight of the fact that we're human beings, and that we need to still be practical and be grounded and do grounded things according to what we know intuitively, right? We can't stay in the cosmos and in the ethers every day, all day as earth angels. You know what I'm saying? We still have to take an earthly approach on a day-to-day basis. And so the change that is taking place is the balancing out those spiritual and practical energies. And at the top of the deck, you have enlightenment. Somebody's gone through an awakening. Going from the Moon card to the Fool, taking that leap of faith now that you're awakened, and either aligning with or being the King of Cups who is going after or is aware of what the Four of Wands looks like for them. Enlightenment means you know the truth. Coming into awareness of the truth and elevating your mind. I love that for us as a collective. And again, you got this ship that has set sail. Two of them. But this one, the sail looks like some fire, right? To me, this is giving a flame. And it's like a setting sail into the cosmic skies. But as above, so below. Because while you got that, you got this King of Wands with a similar ship. Ship. Sails drawn. Sail is drawn in the water. So that is like in air and on land or in water. Ships setting sail, progress being made. Wind activation having taken place that is changing a mentality or thought process that is creating progress. And at the bottom of the deck, happiness with two dolphins enjoying themselves, getting their entire life. The sun is shining. You got this bright color. It's giving paradise. It's giving high vibrational love frequency. And so coming from this, I know y'all can appreciate this. And underneath the 10 of Wands is the High Priestess, having carried the burden of knowing intuitively all along. This is beautiful. And then you got the Page of Pentacles, bringing forth this tangible offer. Oh my God. You got the Page of Pentacles bringing forth this tangible offer, grounding this connection of some sort, this love, this emotional expression in the 3D reality. This is the start of, with the Page of Pentacles, something in its infancy, right? To get to the 10 of Pentacles. Family, legacy, longevity, commitment, abundance. And underneath that, it is highly influenced by the Queen of Wands. Also with her wand in her hand, just like the Fool. Underneath that, the Ace of Wands, bringing that new passionate passion and desire, and spiritual activation into the connection. That's her influence. Birthing a new reality after an ego death. And then you have the lovers. The lovers coming together in happiness and bliss, clarity, truth, out in the open. What's that song? Everything's out in the open. I don't know who sing that, but it's very fitting because you had the moon at the beginning of this reading where things were hidden and being illuminated by the light of the moon. But then now you got the sun right underneath the lovers. That choice between vice and virtue, and this is definitely choosing virtue. This does not have to be a love connection, but it's screaming love connection, y'all. What it could be speaking to is just choosing what makes you happy after having discovered the illusions that have been presented to you, where imposter syndrome has been keeping you from your ultimate wish fulfillment, from happiness, from joy, from elevation, from enlightenment, from change. So I'm going to read the message of change before we call it. Lord, what a book. It's right here in my face. It says, change is represented by dancing clouds. Throughout time, people have looked to the heavens for signs, and in ever-changing movement of the clouds, they have seen shapes and forms that seem to be direct messages from the Creator. Clouds are shapeshifters. Their essence is the same, but they can change from mist to rain to ice to snow to water. The transient nature of clouds lends the understanding that life is transitory and ever-changing. It's okay to change your mind, like I did about going to that event. It's all right to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring, go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done in a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. I told y'all, in this moon card, you got the domesticated dog and the wolf, which they are from the same species, right? And the wolf is wild. The wild side of you is being called forth. The unpredictable side of you, the rebel within you, is being called forth. And many of us are in a very transitory time where we are being led to be wilder, to be wild, to be free, to be sovereign, to be different, to be weird. Because there is a community of people out there that want to connect with you, that are meant to benefit from you shining your light, from you being a rebel, from you being weird, that want to clap for you, that want to cheer you on, that want to support you. They want to spend their coins with you. They want to hug you when you're having a bad day. They want to support whatever endeavors that you have going on, but they cannot see your light if you're not shining it publicly. So come on out of them hiding spaces. Let the light shine, the sun shine on your gifts and talents, on your wonderful personalities. I have met so many people who, like, they be singing my praises and championing me, especially like when I do a reading for them or whatever. And little do they know, and I try to share it with them and express it as often as I can, how much they bless me. I met a young man, Dylan, last year, but it was just a few months ago, at the Mushroom Festival. And he was saying how he had been reluctant to share his poetry, but he had just started posting it on social media. And so I followed him, because I'm not that person to where, I'm so high and mighty and on my pedestal that I can't follow you back. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been following his social media platform, and I love Dylan's poetry. It is beautiful. I'm so glad that I asked if he minded if I followed him on Instagram, so that I can keep up with his poetry journey. And I've been bumping into Dylan. I think me and Dylan have seen each other 2 or 3 times since that time in November, that I met Dylan. But I have so many stories like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always meeting people who, because I shine my light and they're attracted to my light energetically or whatever, we align and we end up in the same space and place at the same time. And then they have something to impart to me, you know what I'm saying, to give me with their energy, whether it's something tangible or otherwise. So we have got to do this work to put our fears in their place. Step out on faith, as this Fool card says. Have faith in our dreams. Shine our lights brightly and not be ashamed of our quirks or our differences, because what we will find is that we are a lot more alike than we are different, for one thing. And that is how we build community. That is how we move forward in our as our higher self. Many of us, we've been going through this struggle between our lower self and our higher self, and we're in this space where it's like the old version of us has been wrestling with the new version of us that wants to emerge. But the change that is taking place is leading you to leave a lot of that old shit behind, so that you can have a better quality of life, and so that you can provide a better quality of life for those who are meant to benefit from your light. So I hope the message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I have no earthly idea what I'm about to name this damn reading, but it was a good one. I hope that you all are surrendering and embracing change as it comes. I know that change ain't easy, but it is definitely necessary, and anything that ain't changing and growing is dying. So with that being said, y'all, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below should something have been said that resonates with you, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And with that being said, y'all, peace.